Well, hello and welcome to the Mike Koenigs Show. My name is Mike Koenigs, and this show is sponsored by our friends at Bulletproof Coffee. We love these guys. So today's episode is really, really exciting for a number of reasons. One of them is my special guest today is Roland Frazier, who's the CEO of Digital Marketer. He is one of the most interesting business people I know, and Digital Marketer is one of the most successful online marketing companies in the world. And we're going to go into the depths of how to spot opportunities, how to scale and grow them. And I guarantee you're going to have a lot of fun. But I also want to welcome someone back to the show, Mr.
Hey,
Ed
man.
Rush.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I'm back. Well, actually,
can barely see
90% of me is back.
That's right.
I left about 25 pounds of me behind, but it's good to be back into the studio and everything, back in the office. So
great to have you back.
Made it back.
So for you who don't know this, so Ed did a 21-day no food, water only fast, and we did say no food.
Yeah,
so
no food.
For folks who don't know what the heck that means, why don't you explain why'd you do it other than losing weight?
Yeah.
And
So
great?
actually, the first thing I'll tell you is I've told everyone who asked, I talk about it. I don't broadcast it online or anything, but when asked, I respond to folks, and the response is always, "You got to be kidding me!" Like, it's that violent of a response, and people go, "Can you even do that? Is that even possible?
How can you not die?"
And so I kind of got the hair of an idea a few months ago, and then I decided to do it. As you know, there are a whole bunch of different reasons. Well, there were spiritual reasons that I wanted to do it for, but not guilty spiritual reasons. So it wasn't like I felt like I was like compelled. I had to do this, otherwise I wouldn't be.
Well, everyone already knows you're a bad person. So.
Yeah. so well, you know that.
That's
but
right.
But anyway, I did it for that. But the health benefits are amazing. And the other question that I get from people all the time is, "Weren't you really hungry?" And the answer to that is, I was really hungry for exactly 3 days. And then there's something interesting that happens to your body. You can read about this online if you want to. Your liver switches over about 3 days. Your body stops burning glycogen or sugar for energy. It starts burning ketones for energy. And your body just starts cleansing itself. And you're actually not physically hungry. Your system really just shuts down. What ends up happening, though, is you miss your good friend. I remember talking to you on the phone during that week, and you're like, "How you doing?" And I go, "I'm not hungry anymore, but I miss my good friend food."
Yeah.
You know, and so I would be driving by, be in my truck, and I'm driving by, and I would see Taco Bell, and I never eat at Taco Bell. And when I say never, I mean I never eat at Taco Bell. I don't have the desire to eat at Taco Bell. I don't even like their food. People end up at Taco Bell. They never choose to go to Taco Bell. They just like, gosh, it's 1 a.m. and I need to put some shit in my face, you know?
Yeah.
And so they end up at Taco. I'll be driving down the street, and I'm like, I miss Taco Bell so much. Like, you know, it just your brain thinks you need something a lot more.
You have a love affair with the ghost.
Like, I love food. And like, I'd go by like, you know, some like drive-through Mexican burrito place that I would never eat at, maybe once in a year. And I'm like, I miss those burritos so much. But the psychological part was the hardest thing.
Right.
Drank a lot of water though.
That's true. And so you come back, you're thin, you're looking great, you're feeling great, I know. But for someone who maybe hasn't even done a 1-day fast before, not to mention a 3 or 4 day or a 21-day fast, what was psychologically, do you believe, the biggest takeaway, any kind of profound takeaway, walk away that you had?
Gosh, there were so many. So one of them is you can just do almost anything that you want to do. And I know people are like, "Oh, Ed Rush, you were in the Marine Corps, but that's because you have discipline." No, I just did it, okay? It wasn't because I had any more discipline. I just ended up doing it. And I had a lot of strength to be able to do it. Like spiritually, it wasn't like I just rolled up my sleeves and did it, but I did it. And what I realized is I didn't need to not eat for 21 days. I just needed to not eat for that next 10 minutes to an hour.
Right.
And so when I was like, "Oh gosh, I miss food so much."
Kind of like an alcoholic
I
in
would
their
just
boots.
I would just get a big bottle of sparkling water or a bottle of Fiji water or something, and I would just drink water, or I would warm up some water and make it nice and hot.
Yeah.
And then I would get through that, and then it was fine.
Good idea.
And so that was one of the things. The other thing too is what it made me realize is you can do certain things. So like right now, we were just talking before we started the show, I'm on a little bit of a tech fast right now. I'm spending most of my time over the next 2 weeks with my phone on airplane mode, which sounds simple, but it's pretty terrifying. You're like, I'm going to miss everything. And it's just a discipline to be able to take something out of your life so that when you put it back in your life, you have a lot more appreciation for it, but you treat it the right way. And so that was, I don't think I treated food properly. I think I had a little bit of an obsession slash addiction to just the idea of food and the fun of food. And so taking it away and putting it back in gave me a lot better balance, I think, on that.
Right.
And then I started looking at other areas of my life, and I'm like, great, I can do that over other things too.
Right on. So exercise and discipline. Did you have any specific, like a profound
Bowel movements or anything like that?
spiritual-
Oh,
No.
you're not going. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have gone there, but I already know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
But like, how about? Did you have like a surge of creativity? Did you notice a massive change in your brain behavior that now that you've done it, you know you can return to that space and look forward to the next fast?
Yeah, so a couple things all happened simultaneously, which was absolutely amazing for me. First of all, things slowed down pretty significantly. I wasn't in a hurry to do a lot of things. I just was able to sort of like process things. The second thing that happened is I became aware. And what I mean by that is I just saw things that I had never seen before, like little details and paintings on a wall that I had seen 100 times, but now I just walk by and I'm like, oh, I never noticed that. Where I would be driving down the road and I would see something on a road that I drive every single day and I'm like, huh, I never noticed that. It was almost like this awareness kind of increased as sort of everything kind of slowed down. So that was fundamental for me. I pray a lot, as you know. That got really dialed in. I felt very connected to the Creator. I also felt a deep compassion for people and simultaneously sort of lamented, how do I say this? I told, we were talking to Phil Town earlier and I told him this. I said, I kind of felt like a selfish asshole for my entire previous life, because I would actually look at people and talk to people that I would meet or that I would just see as I was kind of about my day, and I would ask them questions, but for the first time in my life, I actually cared about what they said in response. It wasn't like I was trying to come up with a clever answer or I was trying to solve their problem. I just actually cared about what they said, and I think it just took that process to develop that level of compassion and empathy for people, which has been fundamentally, I mean, that didn't stop when I started eating again. It just changed over to like the waitress instead of the person that I saw on the street, because I'm now eating, you know? And so, that level of compassion I thought was a total gift. And it was something I was asking for. And I'm thankful that I was able to receive it.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's a big goal, and we know that humans in general can live 40 days without food.
At least people go 50 or 60 days. This, by the way, tomorrow would be, if I did 40 days, tomorrow my 40th day. And I think 21 days is about right.
Just right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I was like, oh man, I wouldn't want to be coming off a fast right now. I'll do it again. By the way, last Monday I did a 1-day fast. I'm going to try to make it part of a lifestyle just to keep up with it. And I'll probably do a 7-day fast like in the fall, but I'm not in any hurry to do anything longer than that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to, I'm planning on doing a 7-day one.
Yeah,
I'm going to definitely do that fairly soon. I'm looking forward to it.
And just some pure considerations. First of all, there's tons of resources online that you can read. There are a lot of really good resources. Your doctor generally probably doesn't know much about it. And I'll just tell you, your doctor will probably tell you not to do it. Mike and I aren't medical, we're not physicians, we don't play one on TV. I'm just telling you that your doctor probably has no clue. There's a ton of research of how fasting helps with cancer. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm just saying read it online. It's amazing. I don't have cancer as far as I know, but that's helpful. And then the other thing too is there's a lot of research about what it does for your body in terms of cleansing. I feel like we were actually made to do that. If you just go back to like that paleo mindset, people would eat and then they wouldn't eat, and then they would eat and then they wouldn't eat. And so the body's actually designed in a certain way to be able to clean things out. When there's nothing happening in the digestive system, your body literally starts to clean things out. And that process not only affects your body, but it definitely affects your mind. No question about it.
Well, congratulations once again. And I think this would be a good opportunity for us to talk a little bit about what we have coming up today. So in this program,
Roland Fraser, who's my hero, man. I mean, that guy. Now, there was a time. I mean, we've known each other for a long time. There was a time when I didn't even know his name until he was the #1 affiliate in one of your biggest launches. And then all of a sudden I said,
responsible, if I remember correctly, around $4 million worth of sales.
I know. And I mean, it was shocking. And then as he kind of came onto the scene, I think all of us took a big like breath in and went, wow. And then what he's done at Digital Marketer is impressive. Is that word doesn't actually even, it's more than impressive. I mean, it just blows your mind. I don't think I could even come to grips with how to lead a company like that, much less one part of their company.
No, and that is, he's a big thinker, but what I want to say to you is what you can expect is, first of all, there's 2 interviews. The one is the first interview we're going to do which is following us right now. The second we already pre-recorded, which is an interview with Roland, and that is the longer one. We go into a lot of depth about how to find the best and easiest products to sell online. So from rank newbie, how do you make money online stuff, all the way to some really advanced concepts, some strategies he's used to get paid multiple times with exits, with businesses.
It's brilliant.
And then we have something else, which is I am going to be sharing some apps with you today. These are my 4 top apps that are my productivity go-to apps I use all the time, just about every day.
Yeah.
Highly recommend them.
One of the ones is the one you were just showing me, but it's like
no, not this one.
No, but
I got
still
coming
the
up.
ones that Mike's. So it's just
it's
like
the one you're talking. Okay,
I don't. I catch these when you do. So this is the thing. Like this isn't something that we had been planning for weeks. Like Mike comes up with this stuff and then I find out about it. It's actually really cool.
It is. Can't wait. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move along right now to our interview with Mr. Roland Frazier, and then you can expect some apps. And again, make sure you check out the podcast with the extended interview with Roland Frazier. That is at mrbz.com/podcast.
Knowledge bombs.
There are lots of knowledge bombs.
Great.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
And if you haven't already done this, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and post your comments and do some sharing as well. So let's begin this with Roland Frazier. Here he is.